Hello again, I'm Dr. Nev and I'm a licensed psychologist. This is part 3 of my 10-part series on techniques you can use to help you manage your anxiety. As I mentioned in parts 1 and 2, I frequently utilize these techniques with my clients in private practice and hope you will also find them to be useful. Just a quick disclaimer before we start, these videos are not a substitute for seeking professional mental health services. I am not your therapist and you're not my client. If you are experiencing significant distress, please contact your local psychologist. Today, we'll discuss 2 breathing relaxation strategies that you can use when you feel anxious and stressed. People often roll their eyes when therapists start talking about this topic and underestimate the impact of breathing exercises, but trust me, they do actually work. Even trauma-informed therapists use breathing relaxation strategies to help their clients cope with rigors of recollecting disturbing memories and traumatic experiences. I am a big proponent of breathing relaxation strategies, and I even use them myself when I notice my own anxiety creeping in. The below breathing techniques can benefit individuals with all levels of anxiety, from mild to moderate to severe. The first technique that I want to talk to you about is breath narration, and this technique is very simple, so I will go ahead and demonstrate what it looks like, and then I will talk you through it. So what you saw me do there is take an inhale through my nose, hold my breath for a few seconds, and then exhale through my mouth. I'm also a big fan of the whooshing that you do when you exhale through your mouth, and I feel like you're whooshing out all the stress out of your body. So the nice thing about this technique is that it allows you to slowly relax, and the more of these breaths that you do, the more relaxed you will feel. If you want to really take it up a notch with breathing narration, not only will you be breathing, you will also be narrating to yourself exactly what you're doing. So for example, you might do something like breath number 1. Now I'm inhaling. Now I'm holding. Now I'm exhaling through my mouth. Breath number 2. Now I'm inhaling. Now I'm holding. Now I'm exhaling through my mouth. And some people say that it helps if you close your eyes so you're not being distracted by any outside stimuli or people or situations, so you can be fully immersed in that breath. I also recommend that you take more than 1 or 2 breaths. 2 to 3 breaths should kind of help you feel a little bit more grounded and relaxed. But if you're really feeling anxious, you might need 10 or 15 or 20 breaths before you slowly start to feel yourself settle down and for your heart rate to decrease. The second technique I really wanted to talk to you about is my favorite iPhone app, and I'm actually going to show you what it looks like. It's simply called Breathe. And I'll go ahead and open it up for you. So what you'll see with this app is a figure that expands and then contracts. So when it expands, you're supposed to breathe in, and when it contracts, you're breathing out. So it's a nice way for you to have something to look at and focus on as you're breathing, instead of looking at outside things that might make it difficult for you to continue breathing or focus on that task. Full disclosure, I have no financial relationships with the folks who made this app, nor am I getting any sort of reimbursement from them. I am simply recommending this app because I like it and due to its simplicity. The nice thing about this app too is that you can actually adjust the number of seconds that you can breathe in and number of seconds that you can breathe out. So for example, if you can only handle 3 to 4 seconds of breathing in and holding your breath, then you would set it to 3 to 4 seconds. If you can handle 5 or 6 seconds, that's okay too. You can set it for that as well. And another piece that I really like about this app is that it allows you to set hourly reminders. So up to 3 times a day, you can basically receive notifications letting you know that it's your time to practice this activity. I do this sometimes, I'll be honest with you. It's just a nice way for me to remember to breathe, because sometimes if we have stressful days or we have a lot going on, we kind of forget to take a breath and we end up taking these shallower breaths throughout the day. So when we get this alert that it's time for us to actively and mindfully breathe, it just kind of allows us to settle down, really focus on the fact that there might be some tension happening in our bodies, and allowing ourselves a brief break to relax and to have a sense of peace. Here's the thing when it comes to these breathing activities, you want to use them before you actually need them. And it can take a few practice runs before you settle on a routine and learn how to use your breath to truly calm your thoughts and your physical arousal. Once you establish a daily habit of spending 3 to 5 minutes with relaxation breathing, you will be more likely to actually use the scoping skill when you do need it, when you are feeling anxious, when your heart rate is beating really fast. But if you wait to use this technique until you're anxious, you simply may not remember to use it because at that moment, you're too preoccupied with the fact that you're anxious. You're not really thinking, what can I do to make it better? All right, well, thank you so much for watching part 3 of my 10-part series on anxiety management. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, I hope you will also check out part 4. Please subscribe if you would like YouTube to remind you anytime that I post a new video. Thank you so much and take care.